Book review: The Ghost Woods by C.J. Cooke. The Ghost Woods by C.J. Cooke is a gothic psychological thriller set against the haunting backdrop of a decaying manor in the Scottish Highlands. The novel seamlessly blends elements of historical fiction, supernatural intrigue, and feminist themes. Cooke's storytelling weaves a tapestry of suspense, mystery, and emotional depth, capturing readers' attention from the very first page. In this review, we will explore the novel's plot, characters, themes, style, and overall impact. Plot overview: The Ghost Woods follows two central timelines, one in 1959 and the other in 1965, as two women, Mabel Haggith and Pearl Gorham, arrive at Lichen Hall, a remote mansion turned shelter for unwed mothers. The mansion, situated in a desolate part of the Scottish countryside, is surrounded by the eerie ghost woods, which are rumored to be cursed. Mabel Haggith is 17 years old and pregnant when she arrives at Lichen Hall in 1959. She is under the impression that she is still a virgin and believes that ghosts are responsible for her pregnancy. The hall and its atmosphere seem to mirror the mystery surrounding her, and she finds herself in an unsettling world of strange happenings, supernatural forces, and a complex network of secrets. Pearl Gorham arrives in 1965, seeking refuge from her own crisis after becoming pregnant and losing her job as a nurse. Unlike Mabel, Pearl is a woman who seeks to uncover the truth behind the odd occurrences at Lichen Hall. As Pearl delves deeper into the mysteries surrounding the Whitlock family, the proprietors of Lichen Hall, the ghostly presence surrounding the hall begins to take shape in eerie and terrifying ways. Pearl's investigation ultimately leads her to confront dark family secrets and reveals the deep connections between her own past and Mabel's story. The novel alternates between the two women's narratives, unraveling the complexities of their lives and the hall's history, and drawing the reader into a web of suspense. The dual timelines create a rich sense of mystery as the reader is introduced to the many layers of Lichen Hall, which holds dark secrets and supernatural ties. Characters: The strength of The Ghost Woods lies not only in its plot but also in its character development. Both Mabel and Pearl are deeply flawed, multidimensional characters whose experiences shape the novel's exploration of feminism, autonomy, and societal repression. Mabel is a vulnerable and enigmatic protagonist whose story is filled with ambiguity. A 17-year-old girl who arrives at Lichen Hall pregnant and confused, she believes that ghosts are to blame for her condition. The novel deftly navigates her confusion, pain, and the overwhelming fear she experiences. Mabel's inner turmoil adds depth to the supernatural events she witnesses at Lichen Hall, making her a relatable and tragic character. As a young woman who feels like a victim of both her circumstances and society's judgment, Mabel's story challenges the traditional notions of victimhood and innocence, while also highlighting the ways in which women's bodies and choices were controlled during the time period. Pearl is an older, more self-aware woman who arrives at Lichen Hall in 1965 after a personal crisis leaves her broken. While she starts as a seemingly more rational and pragmatic character, her journey is no less profound. Pearl's character is driven by the desire to uncover the truth behind Lichen Hall's dark history. Her investigation into the Whitlock family and the manor's strange occurrences forms the heart of the novel. Throughout the narrative, Pearl's growing awareness of the dangers that lurk within the manor mirrors her own transformation. She is a character driven by resilience, defiance, and a search for meaning, offering a more contemporary contrast to Mabel's experiences. Through Pearl, Cooke explores the emotional toll of motherhood, societal expectations, and a woman's autonomy over her life and body. The Whitlock family, particularly the family matriarch, Agnes Whitlock, plays a crucial role in the story. The family's dark history is slowly revealed as Pearl digs deeper into the past. Their manipulation of the women they take in at Lichen Hall is a chilling representation of patriarchal control, with their sinister motives adding layers of suspense and danger to the story. The Whitlock's presence is almost spectral, yet their control over Lichen Hall and its inhabitants is palpable throughout the novel. Themes: The Ghost Woods explores a multitude of complex themes, all of which enrich the novel's gothic atmosphere and psychological depth. Feminism and reproductive rights. One of the most powerful themes in The Ghost Woods is its critique of society's treatment of women, particularly unwed mothers, in the mid-20th century. Mabel and Pearl's experiences reflect the societal repression and lack of control women had over their bodies and futures during that era. The institution of Lichen Hall represents society's attempt to control women, particularly women who were pregnant outside of marriage. Through these characters, Cooke critiques the lack of autonomy women had over their reproductive rights and examines the emotional and psychological toll this loss of control took on women. Supernatural versus reality. Another central theme of The Ghost Woods is the tension between the supernatural and the real. Mabel's belief in ghosts, her perceived pregnancy caused by supernatural forces, and the strange occurrences at Lichen Hall all blur the line between reality and the uncanny. Pearl's investigation into the manor's history and her encounters with inexplicable events question the nature of perception and belief. Is the haunting real, or is it a manifestation of the character's emotional and psychological states? This theme runs throughout the novel and keeps the reader questioning what is truly happening versus what is imagined. Isolation and community. The setting of Lichen Hall and the surrounding ghost woods creates a sense of isolation for both Mabel and Pearl. The physical and emotional isolation of the characters is highlighted as they navigate their personal crises. While they are physically surrounded by people in Lichen Hall, they are emotionally isolated from the outside world. Yet, throughout the novel, there is a recurring theme of human connection and the importance of relationships, particularly between women. The relationships formed within Lichen Hall provide a sense of community and support, yet they also reveal the destructive forces at play within the institution. Style and structure. C.J. Cooke's writing style in The Ghost Woods is atmospheric and haunting, perfectly capturing the gothic essence of the novel. The prose is lyrical yet precise, immersing the reader in the eerie setting of Lichen Hall and the ghostly woods that surround it. The author's use of suspense and tension keeps the reader on edge, especially as the story alternates between Mabel and Pearl's perspectives. The dual timeline structure is expertly executed, revealing information about the manor's dark past through Pearl's investigation while deepening the mystery surrounding Mabel's experiences. This structure allows Cooke to layer the narrative with complex details, ultimately creating a story that feels rich in both historical context and supernatural intrigue. Conclusion. The Ghost Woods is an exceptional novel that combines gothic horror, psychological depth, and social commentary. C.J. Cooke successfully captures the eerie atmosphere of a decaying mansion and weaves a story that is both emotionally charged and deeply unsettling. The novel's themes of motherhood, autonomy, and societal control, coupled with its rich supernatural elements, make it a compelling and thought-provoking read. Cooke's exploration of the psychological and emotional toll of societal expectations on women adds a layer of depth to the narrative, transforming it from a mere ghost story into a powerful commentary on women's struggles. The complex characters, particularly Mabel and Pearl, offer readers a glimpse into the ways in which women have historically been silenced and controlled, while also showcasing their resilience and strength. Overall, The Ghost Woods is a masterful blend of horror, suspense, and social critique, and it is sure to leave readers contemplating the nature of truth, perception, and the power dynamics between women and society. C.J. Cooke has created a novel that lingers long after the last page is turned, making The Ghost Woods a must-read for fans of gothic thrillers and psychological suspense.